It is Sunday, January 17th, 2021. I wanted to talk about how Dallas uses the phrase, the story you tell yourself. Because often I think about what got me to what turned me on to DDPY. You know, basically, how did I discover DDPY? And for me, I discovered Arthur Boardman's video, like most of us have. And I actually saw it back in 2013, right after my foot surgery. And for me, I saw it, and I guess it didn't motivate me. It's not like I saw it and I flipped the switch and I was doing DDPY the next day. It didn't really do that for me. And it kind of had a negative effect, I guess, because the story I was telling myself was, after watching the video, is there's no way I could do that. I'm not, I related to him because we both had similar issues, but I convinced myself that there's no way I could do this. There's something about him there's something he has that I don't have, I guess. And it's a horrible thing to do to yourself. And looking back, it was really self-destructive. It was really bad, but that's what I did. I convinced myself I was partially disabled at 32 years old, and I refused to do anything about it. And you just live in this world. You create your own walls, and you just limit yourself. And I limited myself from getting up and doing stuff on the weekends, spending time with my family. I set limits, and I lost a lot of years doing that. And it makes me sad thinking back to that. I could have, if I would have started then, I would have been better off, obviously. And it's just a hard pill. It's hard to, it's just hard to look back and think, of my old self. But luckily, I changed. July of 2019. It took that long, though. 6 years to finally change and do something. And I think back to the thought process of changing is, I was on a family vacation, and I saw a guy close to my age in a power chair getting around. And he was about the same size as me, and I saw that, and I said, that's me. That's going to be me if I don't get off my ass and do something. And that's the spark. Like DDP talks about the spark, the willing, that was my spark. That reality check. I didn't want to be like this gentleman. And I was turning into this person without really knowing it, and I needed to see that image to pull my head out of my ass and change. And in the moment, you don't think much about it, because you build these walls, you have this illusion. But luckily I faced it. Luckily I noticed it. And, before I wouldn't even have paid attention to a guy in a power chair, but for some reason that particular day, it just dawned on me. Holy shit. No. I literally said to myself out loud, I said, no. Fuck that. F that. No. I told myself that. I looked crazy doing it in public, but that's what I told myself. And from that point on, I said no. I refuse to be that way. I'm not going to be turned into this person. And it was a pissed off feeling, but I needed that pissed off feeling. It was a fire started burning inside. And then I had a feeling of, I don't know, a good feeling, because I thought of Arthur Borman's video and I thought of DDPY, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I can do. That's what I can use. That's it. And that really, like, I felt, even talking about it now, I felt like so much better. I knew I had something ready to go. Like, I loaded the gun, like I had it, that my ammunition I had was ready. I just had to pull the trigger, and my DDPY was going to be my tool. I contacted DDPY support through Facebook, asked about the DVDs because I didn't know they had an app. Within hours, they responded and said, yes, we have an app. We have this app. We'll give you a free month, and then it's whatever per month. I started in a chair, and 18 months later, down 112 pounds. But imagine if I would have never changed. Imagine if I would have never saw that guy in the chair. Imagine if that spark never happened. Where the hell would I be right now? I might not be here talking to my phone. I might not be here for my wife, my 2 kids. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. I owe it to them to be around, and I cannot. That's what it's about. That's my why. And for me to be selfish and take care of myself is going to, in turn, give them gifts. I'm giving them the gift of me. And I'm giving my future grandchildren the gift of me. By not eating like crap and by doing DDPY. The best workout on the planet. So I just wanted to share these thoughts. I'm 6 months away from 2 years. I have a lot of goals I want to reach in this next 6 months, and then I have goals I want to reach in the next 10 years. I mean, my biggest goal is to see my grandkids graduate from high school. And I'm more confident more in my life now more than ever that that's going to happen. But if you would have asked me that 18 months ago, I wouldn't be able to answer you. I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't, because I didn't know. And to conquer this, I feel like I've conquered my weight, I've conquered my lifestyle. It's leading on to such great things now. So the future is bright. And my confidence is through the roof right now. So I just wanted to share these thoughts. I encourage everyone to share their thoughts along this contest or whatever, the Positive Feeling Unstoppable contest, whatever. Share your thoughts, because that everyone feels differently inside, and everyone needs to get these thoughts out, because it's going to help your journey along the way. And we'll love to see this video next year. And I love to look back and watch myself talking about this stuff, because it's still important. It's important to me. That's my basis. All this stuff I'm talking about is my base. So I appreciate everyone on this Facebook group, and I'm so excited to see everyone's transformations in the next 6 months, years, whatever it may be. But for anyone starting or restarting, you're taking those steps. You got that spark, and that's what it's about. Now build off of that every minute, hour, day, week, month, year, and you'll be better for it. Have a great Sunday.